Mahalo nui for being here today, and those of you who will be here tomorrow, and the tomorrow, and all the tomorrows after that, as we stand to protect our rights and protect our sacred mauna. Because if not for our sacred mountain, just think for a minute, where would you be right now? To really go there. Where would you be right now if not for this mountain? I can almost guarantee that 99% of us would not be here. So today, we stand in that. The gratitude is for the mauna, for the aina, for the pu'u, for the elements, for the akua, the kiniakua, the aumakua, the kupuna, the ohana, kako apau.
And what are you doing?
And we're selling hot dogs and we're selling hot links and everything for the guys who are coming home. We've won the war. It's all over now.
Hi.
It's all over but the shouting.
We are now in the area that I would describe very briefly as Pax Americana. We are the #1 nation on the earth today. We are the strongest military power on the earth today. We've got the most effective political system on the earth today. But the fact that we're at the top of the heap, and we are without any question. 10 years ago, China and Japan were in competition with us. But they have fallen by the wayside because they've got an unsound political system. We are now on the top of the heap. The era we're going into now, I think, will be in history, defined as Pax Americana, Pax Americana, Pax Americana.
What's happening, man? Anything going on after being out there for 7 months and shit?
7 months?
Yeah.
Oh, no beer?
Living like dogs underground and shit like that. Can't even sleep the time, you know.
Oh, man.
I miss the whole nine. Women, we couldn't have no dirty magazines and shit. So, I mean, I can't say this shit, you know.
Yeah. Did you see a lot of action when you were there?
We run them over and shit, you know. Get like people, man, you see them heads all blown off.
Oh, Jesus.
You can see down here, you know, arms gone and shit. It was like a nightmare, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you try to sleep at night, you couldn't sleep. You know, we sitting down here with trucks, like try to fall asleep, all of a sudden we'd be like, wake up. You're seeing the same thing you see in the daytime.
Wow. Wow. Did you see a lot of civilians get hit?
No. But the civilians over there, they live bad.
Do they?
Worse than the homeless people down here.
Really?
I'm telling you, kids, like, we stayed in a place for 2 weeks, and every day we had to, like, tell them, go, get away, right? Kids, I was on guard one day, and this lady came by with her daughter, right? And you know they can't speak English. Right? So they'd be saying, like, mission, you know, hungry. So I said, look, told somebody, hold on, I'll be right back. I went over to my truck and got me, you know, a case of soup and shit. I gave it to her. So I thought when she was going home and that it was over with. But the day after again, she came back. She brought about 5, 10, the whole family.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a hard life over there, huh?
It's pretty hard.
Must be harder now with all the bombs and all that.
Yeah, they don't even have a place to go to.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like, they living bad.
The mother of all parades.
Welcome home, troops.
What do you say to the people that say that this parade is glorifying war? What do you say to those people?
They're crazy. They should go to another country, really. They should be out. They should be over past Russia somewhere.
What country do you suggest?
Iraq.
They should go to Iraq?
Yeah, they should go to Iraq.
Did you happen to hear how many Iraqi civilians were killed?
No, I really didn't
Did you
pay
hear?
any. I really didn't pay any attention to that.
Did you hear? I don't know. Did you hear?
No.
No?
We're just proud of our troops, and we're glad they're home.
How many Iraqi civilians were killed in the war? Do you know?
No, not offhand. I don't. I heard, and not offhand.
I didn't hear what the casualty figures were for Iraqis. Have you? No? How come? What do you suppose we haven't heard that?
It's too many, can't count them all.
What?
It's too many, can't count them all.
Too many, can't count them all, huh? How many people died, civilians died in the Middle East?
Well, the official Red Crescent report is 114,000, 70% of which are women and children.
Yeah, I
That's
heard
the
that too.
official report,
How
but-
come that's not on the news?
You tell me.
So why are you here?
Well, she's with Mourn with Peace, so
Mourn with Peace?
Mourn with Peace.
And what does that really mean?
We are asking people to mourn the death of humanity and the birth of the New World Order. This is a dead baby.
It's a dead baby?
Mm-hmm.
How many babies were killed in the war?
Well, 70% of the people killed in the war, period, were children. The average age of an Iraqi soldier, is 15 years old.
Uh-huh. But what the people here are saying, they're here to celebrate the troops, not to glorify war. What's your response to that?
I think if that were true, if they were here to celebrate the troops coming home, then we wouldn't have an arsenal on display of tanks and missiles. And I understand they're going to have jet fighter pilots buzzing overhead when the parade begins. I don't think that's celebrating the troops coming home at all. I think it's celebrating our military might over a vastly inferior army.
Why is the war so popular?
Because
Why do...
I think Americans desperately need to feel that they're doing the right thing. And that rhetoric worked. It truly worked.
How are people responding to you
We
guys
have
today?
so much residual guilt and shame from the Vietnam War. We really need a way of, getting over that. And what better way, and the government's very aware of this, than to whip people into a patriotic frenzy.
Take a walk. We're here to support our troops, dude. We're here to support our troops. We're number one. USA, yeah. USA.
Them too. We want to get them home safe.
Hey,
God bless
they're home safe. but they're kicking ass too. We're bad.
Where did you serve?
Where I served in Germany from 81 to 83. And I'm proud of it.
I'm Central Europe, Rhineland, and there's my service. And
I served in Nuremberg.
I was against
We don't want no peace activists around here.
There we are. There's my ribbons. There's
peace
my
activists
ribbons.
hit the road.
See them? There's more ribbons than you ever saw.
Hey, this is America. Peace activists hit the road. Bye.
Am I good or what?
Do we fight this war for freedom or do we fight it for oil?
We did not fight it for oil.
Don't ever say we fought it for oil.
We did not fight it for
No,
oil.
I'm asking you. I'm not saying
We
I'm
did not
asking.
fight it for oil.
We did not fight it for oil?
I wasn't over there for who knows how many goddamn months in that heat for oil. So don't
So in
stand.
other words, you would not fight for oil.
Don't tell me I was standing there. I was
I'm not
there for
telling
oil,
you, I'm
okay?
asking you.
Okay, hey.
I'm asking you.
We don't need to wait.
I just get wired when people talk about oil.
We don't
I
need
hear you. I
I've
hear you.
heard too much of that shit.
I hear you. Believe that?
Yeah, I believe it.
I think that the advocates of the New World Order have a great deal on the drawing boards. It's unknown to most people, not only in this country but throughout the world. And our commitment in the Middle East is certainly not short-term. And the belief that the troops are home now and that we've been victorious is, to say the least, premature, if not outright misleading.
Things are going to get worse. There's no question about that. That's just prophecy. So it's going to get worse. There's going to be war and the war won't end. So I think this was just to get us ready. It was nice this one ended, but the other wars are going to come and it's not going to end. And so we have to just get ready for more war, I think.
Where should they move to?
Iraq.
Iraq?
Iraq. Yeah.
Iran. There's no food there now. There's no water.
Too bad.
Let them starve. They don't get no freedom.
We'll
there.
send them food stamps.
We got their freedom. Tell them to get the hell out.
Yeah.
I heard that's not a nice place to be right now, though, Iraq.
Too bad.
That's their fault.
Yeah.
They don't want to be here.
They're here protesting.
That's where they should go?
Yeah. Really.
What about free speech, though? They have a right to say what they want, right? Don't they?
Turn the baby around,
But do it somewhere else, man. Do it somewhere else.
Yeah,
Not here. Not at our parade. Don't spoil our parade.
God bless America. Yeah.
It's a friendlier version of Nazi Germany.
Kinder, gentler version.
This is totalitarianism 1990s style. It's kind of loose and fun.
hard, motherfucker. Oh, you're so fucking big,
That's
man.
right. That's right. Who wants to get some? Yeah, I didn't think so. All you motherfuckers, suck me, you get more. Suck me, you get more.
What did you like it?
Wouldn't I like it? Fuck yeah, I'd love for somebody to jump on me.
What do you want now?
Fuck that out of my way, man.
Yeah.
Get out of my way, man.
Come on, man. Hey, back up.
Concentration camp. Kill the black Americans who are free.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. I love it. I love it. It's time, huh?
No war, no KKK, no fascist USA. No war, no KKK, no fascist USA. No war, no KKK, no fascist USA.
American flag, $1. American flag, $1. American flags, $1.
Sell a lot of flags today?
What?
You sell a lot of flags?
No.
No, really?
No. Not compared to Vegas.
Huh, no kidding.
Yeah, Vegas I sold 1,000 flags in 3 hours.
No kidding.
Yeah, the price. Yeah, they had. See, this was a late crowd, number one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and this morning there was nothing here. Yeah.
So you just didn't move as many?
No, I haven't sold. I don't think I've sold 200 flags.
Really? Gee, that's crazy. Yeah, I noticed a lot of the vendors have stuff left over.
Oh, yeah, well, and this guy, see, they made a deal. The Chamber of Commerce made a deal with this one guy, and that's what hurt. They made a deal. It wasn't fair. Don't worry, somebody's gonna eat a lot of merchandise.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm going to Indy next week.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
You sell flags there?
Yeah, I got a spot in the infield.
No kidding. So that's what you do. You go around and sell them.
Oh no, I've only been doing this since since they started the parades.
Oh,
the
cool.
first one was 29 Palms. Yeah, no.
Oh, you did it every time there's a parade for Desert Storm.
Yeah.
You're selling the flags. All right.
What newspaper you
always
with?
A buck, or they start off?
Always a buck.
Oh, they're not like $2 and then
They cost me a quarter. How much you want me to make on a flag? I mean,
oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's not bad.
What? Yeah, I sold some wholesale to one of the vendors for 50 cents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've done.
I noticed you're not selling any Iraqi flags today.
Maybe that was an idea. They'd step on it.
Yeah, just so they could burn them. You know? Yeah, how about this? A book of matches and an Iraqi flag. Yeah?
You probably could get $2.
Yeah.
American flag, $1. $1, American flag. American flag,
Slave trading and slave labor was quite alive here prior and post of the Civil War time in America. Slave labor was the only labor that was used here for pineapple, sugarcane, and coffee. And slave labor was the Chinese labor people. Another classic example of slave labor was in the early 60s. There used to be a so-called, quote, big mystery of the disappearance of the Easter Island people on Te Pita o Honua, or the belly button of the earth, which is called. But when archives were finally opened up and the truth came out, it was found that the early Portuguese sailors had kidnapped all of the male members of the Easter Island tribe from 8 years old up, as far as they were able to work, and took them to the guano mines in Peru. Once they eradicated all the male populace off the island of Te Pita o Honua, or Easter Island, then they started moving on to Polynesia, and they captured slaves in Mangareya, in Hivaoa, which you know as the Marquesan Islands, and also Tahiti. But they never made it as far north of here because it hadn't been discovered yet.
So there's a mystery that's been solved.
Yeah.
That they've been telling us in school for years.
Well, they were
and
telling
years.
you in school that what was the big mystery of the disappearance of the Easter Island people, but only less than a decade ago, the truth came out that they were stolen for slave labor.
Yeah.
What caused the bombing of Pearl Harbor was because of the aspect of Japanese slave labor. Now, when the provincial government, for instance, set itself up here, and they overthrew Queen Lilo Kalani, and the 20 businessmen who were involved in that overthrow politically made their first constitution. You had to be a landowner in order to vote in that first constitution, and you also had to be literate in English to vote. Well, it eliminated all Asiatic tribes, all Hawaiian indigenous tribes who were alive at the time. And what happened with the Japanese, for instance, is the Japanese, once their laborial contract was ended, they were forced at bayonet point back to Honolulu Harbor and shipped back to the Imperial Island of Japan. Their descendants, who became descendants under the territory of the United States, were allowed to stay here, weren't allowed to buy land though, and weren't allowed to go into business. Only American people were allowed to go into business here, all the way from 1779 to about 1900, maybe 1890. But all the way up until that time, the only businesses that were operating here were American businesses, because the early American missionaries who had established the Constitution, who had established the political regime, refused to let any other minority go into business for fear of losing their income. And it was the aspect of the sons and granddaughters and grandsons of the Japanese people who were allowed to stay here, but not own property or not vote, for instance. When their ancestors were sent back, the regime in Japan was very mad at that, and that's why they sent spies here in 1938, and a few years later they bombed Pearl Harbor. It wasn't because of their alliance with Germany. It was known very well by our people here that it was because of the way the Japanese were treated by the American business people here.
It was kind of a payback
via their
for the
Constitution.
businessmen.
Sure.
Free people never get invaded. Free people blow with the wind. For free people, hands are never touched except by ones they love. It's the ones they love, the ones they love. Bum ba dum ba dum, bum bum bum, bum bum bum, bum bum bum, boom do 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 do, do do do, do do do, do do do.
Drive me from this town. They don't want me around, 'cause I believe in you.
Here's a good 4th of July fact. When the founding fathers wrote the Declaration of Independence, they said all men are created equal, but they didn't count Native Americans. As a matter of fact, right there in the Declaration of Independence, it refers to them as merciless Indian savages.
The Wild Wild West was genocide, genocide, genocide. Treatment of the Afro-Americans and the treatment of the Indians have been the stepping stone for the treatment of the rest of the American society.
No, I gotta hear him. They'll shoot him. They'll shoot him.
The park belongs to the people! The park belongs to the people!
Well, actually, it was about the police going crazy on the people of the city. It was supposedly about a park curfew, but in reality, they had the park cleared out in about 10 minutes, and then they just it went into a combat against it became a military action on the streets of the Lower East Side of New York City.
You attack drug areas like you attack in this park. Yeah. Maybe we get defend the city.
We don't got no weapons. They got 9mm down there.
See, what's happening in New York City, in fact, is that the whole middle class and below is being wiped out. I think that there's a lot going on in the country that, in fact, is not being covered at all. I think it's extremely dangerous. I think that what they've done is they've turned the news into entertainment, and they've made it into 30-second segments, and they don't cover anything about what it is that's going on. And that's what makes me nervous about the news. The news is not the news.
Glad to be here tonight. We're from the East, from the Mohawk Nation. We don't say United States, we don't say Canada. We say Turtle Island from where we come from. We're in a struggle in the East against the government for self-determination, for the children, not for ourselves, because we know, as men of the Mohawk Nation, there will be no drastic changes in our lifetime. But we know that if we don't start now, there'll be nothing for the generations to come. We've been taught as youngsters growing up what our rights are, what is ours, and we have stood up for what is ours. And we're being oppressed by the governments of Canada, the United States, and all our armed forces. They have large numbers, but we have the truth on our side. Just recently you've seen what they've done in Iraq. They're more terrified of the Native Americans in North America than they are of Iraq, because we have the truth. And they're going to do everything they can to try to destroy us. All you have to do is search back through history, and it hasn't changed.
It's the 4th of July in Boston.
The cradle of the American Revolution. And one thing they love here is their statues. Here's a Greek goddess checking her cell phone or something. That's what it looks like. And the statues in Boston are terrific. Mostly patriots. Here's Georgie, Porgy, Puddin' and Pie. I cannot tell a lie. George Washington. But he's not everybody's favorite here. He's not from Massachusetts, and he had hippopotamus teeth. This is Sam Adams' territory. He organized the revolution, he signed the Declaration of Independence, and he also brewed a pretty good beer. Get your Sam Adams here. And then there's Mary Dyer, the Quaker. They didn't like Quakers, and they kicked her out of Boston, told her not to come back. She came back, and they hanged her by the neck like a witch. But the favorite statue in Boston by far has to be Paul Revere. They really revere here in Boston. There's the Old North Church where he put up the 2 lanterns, one if by land, 2 if by sea. The limeys are coming to get you and get me. They flock to his burial ground at the old granary to put pennies on his tombstone.
I'll put a penny on Paul.
People started leaving pennies because he was a coppersmith. It's really a Boston granary burial ground tradition to leave pennies on these tombstones.
He was actually a silversmith.
He's not a typical founding father. He is not a signer of the Declaration of Independence. He wasn't actively engaged in combat during the war, and he didn't give huge sums of his own personal wealth to the revolution because he wasn't personally wealthy until after the war was over and he started the Copper and Brass Company. So why is Paul Revere a founding father?
Paul Revere is Midnight Ride.
Paul Revere's Midnight Ride. Nobody ever even called it a midnight ride until 85 years after he went on a midnight ride. And a poet named Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote a poem, "Listen, my children, and you will hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere."
Okay, he got a poem. He didn't sign the Declaration of Independence, but look, he got a participation medal because he showed up at the Tea Party and threw tea into Boston Harbor. And people love showing up at his house on the Freedom Trail in North Boston.
It is the oldest building in Boston proper that still stands today.
They even restored the fire trap to what it looked like back in the Revolutionary days, 1776 and such. It's cool that the people of Boston still pay a homage to our great patriots, but it begs the question, where are they now when we really need them? You got George Washington, the father of the country, could not tell a lie, chopped down a cherry tree, all that sort of thing. A lot of people say he was the best ever, even if he did have wooden teeth. Then you got these guys, John Quincy Adams, he was the 6th president. His daddy, Sam Adams, the one with the beer, was the 2nd president. And on the right, there's Andrew Jackson. He looks more familiar because he's on the $20 bill. Now they gave him a makeover, they cleaned up his act, combed his hair. And here's everybody's favorite, Honest Abe. He freed the slaves, although you wouldn't know it if you check out the minimum wage these days. And here's Grover Cleveland. Not a bad guy. He tried to give Hawaii back after American businessmen stole it, but then he was succeeded by William McKinley, who was more than happy to take over the Hawaiian Islands before the French, or the Russians, or the Japanese. And here's Theodore Roosevelt. They named the teddy bear after him. Speak softly, but carry a big stick, he said. And here's Franklin Roosevelt, the only 3-term president. I hate war. Eleanor hates war. I hate Eleanor. Next we have Benjamin Franklin. He wasn't president, but he was smart, and he flew a kite with a key in a jar and discovered some stuff about electricity and invented the post office and the potbelly stove and a bunch of stuff. A lot of people like to collect pictures of him on green paper, $100 bills. And there he is, the first American idol, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. The general sitting next to him with the cigar, that's Curtis LeMay. He dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. Not a nice guy. He would have dropped a lot more if we let him. And who can forget Jimmy Carter, the peanut farmer from Georgia. The amazing thing is he's still alive. He's about 100 years old now. And here's good old Hawaii Senator Dan. Never got to be president, but he coulda, he shoulda, and he woulda been a good one. Up next, Ronnie Reagan from Death Valley days. Here he is taxing Social Security. Then there's George Bush the First and his son, who got us in a bunch of wars in the Middle East. Yeah, thanks a lot. And then there's Mr. Insurrection himself, but I keep mixing him up with this guy, Bozo the Clown. I talked to him once and he said, there are a lot of fake bozos out there, he said, but I'm the real bozo. There's no other bozo but me. Hawaii has been pretty good over the years at preserving open space and was one of the first and only states to protect electronic green space by requiring community access cable television channels by law in every county.
Aloha. Thank you for joining us here in Hawaii, where we are proud and fortunate to have a vibrant community media network of public access channels.
A place you can trust, where you don't have to log in, be subject to censorship, manipulation by hidden algorithms, or have your personal data compromised.
On April 27, 2011, Governor Abercrombie signs a bill to protect public access.
Done.
Absent the capacity, the desire, the determination of Akaku and its brothers and sisters all across the rest of the state, we wouldn't have this opportunity to be able to get information and perspective and discussion out there, and you don't want to let it go.
But today's TCCA is more than happy to let it go. The People's Electronic Commons is now in process of being defunded by the Hawaii Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs in partnership with their corporate masters they're so eager to serve, Spectrum. And on April 2nd, DCCA ignored nearly unanimous opposition from hundreds of Maui Nui residents.
We're under the assumption you work for us, and that doesn't seem to be the case right now.
And dropped a 15-year franchise renewal for Spectrum on Maui County, cutting millions from Akaku's bottom line. And DCCA is not done. Naleo on Hawaii Island and Alelo on Oahu are next to get the axe. The fight is not over. Akaku and our esteemed colleagues will continue to fight this gross betrayal of a public trust. The question now is whether or not our elected officials will listen and act to undo this travesty. This is an election year, after all. Why don't you ask them?
If we don't have you, it will not just be our media system that goes fully dysfunctional. It will be our democracy itself that goes fully dysfunctional. You are that essential to the future of this country.
Is free speech worth fighting for? You bet it is. The Founding Fathers thought so. So happy 250th birthday to our great nation. Let's keep the revolution going.
There's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today.
Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live
Oh my God.
Wow, we're in the field of dreams. Everybody over there is in the wrong spot. Where's Johnny?
Oh my
Where's
God.
Johnny on the spot there, brother?
It's like all over us. Wow.
I think it has something to do with the prevailing wind right now. You're pushing them up.
Right,
and
right.
they're
And they
popping
came
up.
right over us.
Yeah. So we're in the spot. All these guys, we got it. Why they call him Ric Flair? We were always like, woo! And that was Ric Flair, remember? Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Wow.
Ric Flair. Those are all Flairs. Johnny B had to duck every time he heard that. Oh yeah. Wow. Ric Flair. Woo! That's Disney. See the wind take that away so fast.
Yeah.
I'll go that way. I like those fountains.